You guys, I've been trying to figure out Candace Owens, like what's going on with her. I've always seen there's been another side to her. Like, if you've ever seen her when she went on Joe Rogan, sorry, she started going on about climate change, and it wasn't that I disagreed with her opinion. It's just that she revealed within that show. Bear in mind, because she's well educated in certain areas, many people assume she's like many other people who are educated. They won't speak about much that they don't know about, or they used to have got some working knowledge of, or know someone in the field. Um, so people used to trust people like Candace because she was educated in certain areas. I actually quite fancy her, to be honest with you, but that's a whole other ball game. A bit young for me, but but that's the thing though. So I say I fancy her, but because I found her quite likable. So I've always found her to be quite a likable person. It's really sad what I'm watching at the moment. And I've been trying to figure out the reasons for it. Everyone else is making these terrible videos about her, but she's asking for it, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on with her. I don't know if she's like, because at first I thought maybe she was just grifting, to be honest. I'm not saying that she's a grifter, I just thought maybe that was it, grifting off Charlie Kirk's death. But I'm listening to her talking about having dreams where Charlie Kirk's visiting her multiple times in the dream, in purgatory, trying to tell her, look to her left, or, they betrayed me and all this stuff. The guy apparently, when he used to get was got put in as like an X-Men type school because he was so talented and gifted. When he used to run down the street, lights used to turn off, and that's none of the things I've said there are an exaggeration. That's what I can remember as an exact quote. I was going to make an exaggeration at the end there, but I thought there's no need. That is actually insane enough. And she goes on and on. And if you want to look at some of it compressed, so you could just see it all together, there's a channel I'd like to watch, a troll channel called Too Lazy to Try. He's a right troll, but he does it well. He gets his facts right. He's not always right about things, but the clips are there. It's pretty good. I'm just watching her. I've watched this before, but I'm just watching it again. I'm like, this is what I can't work out. This is what happens when you talk about facts over feelings, but you can't actually do it. Meaning, she's lost Charlie Kirk, and she's very young. Might have been the first serious death she's ever dealt with. I know that can hit you hard. I can't tell if she's grieving. I can't tell if she's grifting. I can't tell if it's just unleashed the lunatic that's always been there that I saw in that Joe Rogan studio that day, completely without facts and completely confident about it. I don't know. She's not stopping. She's not stopping. And she's using the same attitude she always had. Dismissing things. But there's a nasty tinge to it, and the things that she's dismissing are quite normal thoughts that people might have about someone acting the way that she is. She's been like super defensive over everything, and it's kind of funny because I remember her being on the Daily Wire or wherever it was, basically calling Jordan Peterson a drug addict to his daughter, and his daughter getting really upset. Not that I'm a fan of Jordan Peterson's daughter, but nevertheless. And Candace Owens was saying, "Oh, you're bringing your emotions into this and all the rest of it, because facts over feelings, fine." She's an emotional wreck. Whoever her friends are, whether it's not Steven Crowder anymore, whether it's Ben Shapiro, or all the rest of it, they need to get her off the television. They need to get her off whatever you want to call it. But they need to get her out of that fucking studio and tell her to take a holiday. She's ruining her career, ruining her reputation. And like I said, she actually always come across quite nice to me, but she's coming across like a uneducated person that spent a lot of time on the internet and not really been very discerning about what they've read. Do you know what I mean? But it's not that. This is coming from her. That's what's even more weird. It's coming from her. Yeah, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? I'm all up for a conspiracy theory. I'm all up for blaming the government for things. I'm not even saying there was nothing dodgy about it. I wouldn't know, but I also know she wouldn't know either. And I don't know if this is what happens to grief when you try and deny it. I don't know if this is just what grief or what death can reveal in a person, or if she's just as thick as a box of rocks and I never realised it because I was too busy looking at the preface. I have no idea. I truly don't. But it's worth watching because if you want to watch a human being melt down in real time by their own choice, Candace Owens. She's writing the playbook on it right now. She's quite young as well, so I mean, she's really writing the playbook on it for everybody to follow. These are, don't forget, these are the young conservatives of the future, where the future's now. In America, I'm talking about the future's now. And the young conservatives are Stephen Crowder, abuser. I'm not going to go through them all because some of the things are just allegations, but like her, lunatic, maniac. Yeah, it's a shame because the right in America had formed quite a strong united front. At the moment, it's all over the place. It really is a mess. But when I say the right, I am talking about the online visible right. I mean, there's more nuance to it now, isn't there? Now we're doing stuff online. You got to think about other places. But just talking about online, the online presence, the Daily Wire, all of that kind of right, sort of around that area there. Anyway, I'm Tom Fury. This is Zero News. I'll see you a bit later.